think we're good. If you want to show us some cool stuff, show us.
Oh, yeah,
and tell
totally.
us about the shop. That way other people can...
I brought some knives for show and tell. We could start forging stuff. Whatever you want to do. Or you want to do show and tell and then we'll forge stuff? Cool. That way we can hold off on it. It's really hot. So, you know, it's kind of messy. Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'll watch my step.
Oh, here's the satanic guy.
Oh, and your lunch?
My lunch is satanic. I hope
that's
it is.
cool.
But yeah, there's this dude, which is kind of cool. I still have to wrap the bottom and try to figure out a way to level it. Yeah, my buddy Mike gets these cut and then welds them to the... like, you know, this is all forged from old rebar.
So is this gonna be... Are you putting one more on?
No, so that's what I wanted to do. Like, what I really wanted to do with this one was make kind of like a really pretty candle holder. So there would be like maybe two or maybe two here. And Mike wanted to do something different. So I think I may actually like put 2 more wraps here so that it'll sit flat. And then you can use it as like a trivet or something.
Cool.
Yeah,
no, that's a good idea.
I would, it's a little bit off center.
Trivet.
Yeah, dude, yes. That's why I was like pretty excited about that. Yeah, because...
cool. I showed Mel the candelabra stuff.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Seriously, you can talk about
That's
that.
cool. Yeah, those, the not satanic ones I think are really cute. They're cool.
They're not as cool.
Yeah, they're not as cool. But I found this the other day, this thing I made for fucking...
Oh, zombie
Yeah,
weapons.
totally. It was for a zombie fest, so like I just forged an old... It's heat treated, like you can use it. It's
Like you can kill
chisel.
someone.
You can kill someone with it. Yeah, I found this table leg at like
That's
Construction
fun.
Junction. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Got a little like... I like doing the little rivets.
Oh my god, this drill.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's a big
foreign
one.
to me.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah, that's Collins Bridgeport, man. That thing is
Shit.
a
You can
really,
drill
really nice.
anything with this drill.
Yeah, it's super precise. Like dudes that do really like super nerdy like folding knives and stuff use these machines a lot. Like my friend who's a machinist came down and saw this milling machine and was like, "Oh my god, it's really nice."
I want to do that eventually.
I don't know how to use it. Yeah, it's really cool and super specific, which is awesome. But yeah, clearly that's like not the super specific.
What's the name of the shop?
Oh, he's London Pattern Metalworks.
Oh, okay. And then you have your own thing that you do in here too?
Yeah, mine's Artifact. Our stuff doesn't overlap as much. Like, I thought that maybe I offered to help him more when I moved in here, just because I thought that would be cool for him to have like a shopmate who could help out when he needed a hand, so he didn't have to get another employee. But he's a fucking beast, dude. So
you do knives mainly?
Yeah,
and then he does all this other type of stuff?
I do this, like these are all, this is all my work too.
Oh, okay.
He does like way bigger, like this is like
the stuff you showed me in there.
Like commercial work, I guess
yeah.
you'd say.
Yeah, like every night. Yeah, big structural construction type stuff. Like the whole shop, 3 different days was full of like all handrails, and I was like, damn, dude. And then I came in the next day, and it was
cool, though.
a whole new set of handrails, and I was like, where'd the other handrails go?
Yeah, I see you guys got like all these big stacks of the metal you guys use here.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
This is all scrap pieces.
This is stuff for projects he's like in the middle of. Yeah, that's the handrails. That's like part of the stuff we just installed. He did. That was like the ornament on the rail that we just wrapped up. It was cool. And then there's some blades that are here. There's this one made my little brother. Oh, you might think this one's pattern welded. It's wrought iron, forge welded to blade steel. Yeah, I did still need to rebuff the handle, but wrought iron is so rad, I think. Yeah. Well, then here's a little dude I forged out of a file a long time ago.
Oh, that one.
That one's cute.
You still have it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. I like that we call knives cute. You know.
Yeah, I forget a lot until
Cute.
you're talking to people. Stab their neck with it. And, here's 2 like these ones. They're gnarly little.
I like that one.
I like that one a lot, actually. This one was just like a study in how the metal gets moved around.
You see that?
This is the mustard thing we were talking about.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That one's got like a little...
So this one you use mustard to get that finish on it?
Yeah, I have a bigger one. Actually, if we close this over.
Where's your oil at?
The oil.
You need to oil these
Oh,
knives.
there's some oil right there. I forgot to
There you
use
go.
it, buddy. Yeah, I really like doing... I like doing two-hammer work, actually, to be totally honest. I really like doing tiny stuff. Oh, here's a dagger I'm in the middle of. I still need to clean up the edges a little bit. But this one came out really cool.
Is this Karenite?
Yes. Yeah, it's the Kieranite Pro stuff. Here's a bigger version of the mustard patina.
Oh, cool.
That knife, I think, I'm really proud of that knife. It's a little heavier than I usually do them anymore, but...
Oh, yeah, that.
Sometimes a little bit heavier is cool. You can see like the taper into the handle gets like super thin, which I think is neat.
I'm telling you, you need to make a trip down just for us because like Nate wants to sell your knives.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would really like that.
So I told him I'd talk to you about it. I told him I'd talk to you about it when I came here.
Great, yeah, that's awesome. I'd love to talk about it. Because I could do like, yeah, that kind of stuff, some of these guys. If you wanted more raw stuff.
How is working with the Kira knife?
It's cool.
So it's like a resin composite.
Yeah, there's some I have.
But you can do like
you mix it in with resin, or?
No, it's like pre-made this way. You can get any kind of color. It almost looks like bowling ball material. You know?
Yeah, it definitely kind of looks like a ball. I think some people call it like mother bowling ball or something who don't like it. I think it's cool.
Oh, okay.
It grinds a lot better than other synthetics I've used. Like some of them feel like really rubbery. This stuff's pretty hard. It's neat. Its finish is really nice, I think. Buff's super nice.
I like it. I mean,
it's an awesome color.
Yeah, right?
You have to take care of it just like you would any other material. And I know Nate prefers like woods and stuff, and I do too. But I don't like mixing them as much, but I like one or the other.
Yeah, because woods, especially like a lot of the stuff that we use for knives, is really bold already. Like that's why like normally I'll use blackwood for highlights, but this one I was like I wanted it to look really classy, so did blackwood and bloodwood.
I love the way that when they're handmade like that, they have all the marks on them from where they're.
I like leaving some remnants of how it was forged.
This
one was wrought iron. What's that? Oh, thanks. Oh, that's actually no joke. That's actually no. Oddly enough, that's wrought iron welded to blade steel. That one was
fancy.
a lot
So
of
it's
work.
two different types of steel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That when he welds them together and forges it out, it just naturally creates that pattern since the chemical compounds are different.
And then it's just all grinded and sanded down and everything.
Yep.
Too.
Yeah, like you just have to keep. What's hard is like keeping it in the center. So like everything you do to one side, you have to do with the same pressure and heat that you do to the other. So it's like kind of a nightmare sometimes. But luckily that rod is really soft.
But then when it comes out, it's perfect, right?
It's so rad. Oh, it's always. I've never messed it up. Just kidding.
Yeah, right. That's how you learn.
Oh, take a look. Yeah, yeah. I was actually curious.
I started working with resin, and it's the same way. For the first couple of years, I messed up so many pieces because I was like learning to work with resin, and then finally I got it. Now I do like cool bug stuff. And dead bugs in them and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. I took a look at your YouTube and I saw.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, like I didn't get to. I just took a quick glance.
Yeah, some of my more recent stuff, I haven't really been editing as much, so I'm just putting a bunch of live streams up. Like, I have a bunch of videos where I actually show, like, the processes of doing, like, the resin and all of that.
Are you making the resin, too?
Well, I'm just two-part mix.
That's
like,
still fucking rad, man. I've never made it.
Yeah.
I always buy it.
So what I do is I just pour it and then let it cure with bugs in it.
It's this stuff called Alumilite. I'm not sure what you use. But
oh, okay.
Alumilite's like the go-to resin for knife making.
Yeah.
And you can get any kind of... any kind of color, pearlescent effects, whatever, and then you basically put them, like if it was a
Is it a
solid
mold
block,
though? You have to mold them, or do they come?
So like, let's say you get a square and you put these two pieces of wood in and you leave that valley. You pour the resin.
I got it. Yeah. That's how like I would do with the glow stuff.
Yeah, like with this kind of stuff.
Okay, got it.
So that way you get like a little bit of the raw stuff in there.
This is all gross. This is a nice piece.
Yeah, that stuff's really nice.
Yeah, like I've seen people take stuff like that and then put tape all around it and put like cool resin and stuff for tables. And
I really like that stuff. No, I'm gonna send it to a guy. I wish, but
I have the glow colors too.
What's that?
I have the glow colors too, the powders that glow in the black light and all that.
That's awesome.
So you can, and it glows in the dark too, not just the black light. So like, there's even like blues, purples, oranges, and they look awesome like in the dark, and you don't have to have anything else. Like, mostly when you get stuff, it's like that green glow.
Yeah.
But this, it's any color you can pick.
Awesome. I want to.
Yeah, just look at like YouTube videos for it and stuff. You'll see.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, or if you ever want, I could show you on a video and send it to you.
I love that. That would be so cool. Because it would be really neat to be able to do, especially for these smaller knives. I wouldn't mind making my own and using it.
Yeah, because you can make like a mold and then just pour all different colors.
Yeah,
and then just carve them all and do whatever you want.
Getting very excited thinking about that.
Yeah, and I got like what's it called? A vacuum chamber, which is just like a crock pot type thing with the lid and a vacuum pump and
Stabilize wood, actually.
Yeah.
Really,
you do the same?
Yeah, big old jar.
Yeah, we started doing our own, and it's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
You got to get it like perfect, but turned out pretty good. So you would take like this wood, let's say, and you buy a special kind of resin called stabilizing resin.
Okay.
Made
Do you guys use
specifically
cactus
for it.
juice or?
No, we use
Okay.
another brand. I don't remember the name.
Okay, cool. The only one I've heard of is cactus juice. I
Everybody
clearly
knows
not
about
put a
that
lot of research into
But
that.
you activate that like any other resin thing, and then there's special dyes. We actually use Alumilite's liquid dyes.
Oh, hell
they
yeah,
make.
totally.
I just bought like fluorescent colors, so I'm gonna make like crazy fluorescent dye
Sweet.
wood.
That's cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
So
I'm
that should
into
be
that.
cool. And I actually put the same kind of burl in there.
Oh,
right
nice, the
now.
maple stuff?
Yeah.
I love that, dude.
Yeah,
That's
this
like
is spalted
one of my
maple.
favorites.
So
Yeah.
the spalting, that's actually just created from like, I guess you just call them they're little bugs essentially.
Isn't it mushroom? Isn't it a fungus?
Or is it
I
a
thought?
fungus?
Something organic.
I think that, yeah, like the nerdy you get about it, you find that there's both, but I don't remember.
But that creates those lines. And it's also really delicate because it's almost like a weak point.
Yeah, it really
If
depends
you're not
on how you
careful,
find
like
it.
I've accidentally dropped one before and then like the spalt line just like made it pop off.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I've had it where it's too stiffy. Like I was actually kind of pissed. I bought some off this guy and he sent it. It's like, because that's what like is rough, is because a lot of it is from it sitting for a really long time, getting chewed up by bugs and mushrooms growing in it and stuff. And like, yeah, and it changes depending on the, it's really interesting. Like a woodworker tried to explain it to me once, but since I think I'm a steel guy, like only half of it
Yeah.
made it in. But it sounds like it depends on like the climate it's in, the area of the country, like what type of bugs and mushrooms are growing on it and stuff. But yeah, it's really neat. But the stuff the guy sent me is like squishy, and it's too thin to get stabilized now. So it's kind of like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's like
You're telling me
It's like cork board or something at that point.
like
That's what it felt like to me.
a good piece of wood. And you get nerdy, and I've actually learned a lot about wood in doing this job.
That's awesome.
I see you got a bunch of antlers and stuff up there too.
Oh yeah, man! I used to do those all the time. They smell so bad. They look really awesome. So like, but because of that, like, I just like keep forgetting to do stuff with it.
What do you do with them? You incorporate them into things?
Yeah, they're usually handles. Actually, it's been so long, I don't even have it.
Oh, handles for the knives and stuff.
Yeah,
that's
they're
awesome.
really cool. Like you'll do something like this. It's like partial tang. Like this, actually, I made way more complicated than I probably needed to. But I wanted this to be a really solid construction. So there's like drilled to here and to like here on the inside. There's a 1/2-inch hole that I slid a 1/2-inch dowel in. And I fucking hand sawed it really carefully down the middle. Yeah, and I burned the tang into
I need to learn how
it.
to do that because I haven't done that yet.
Oh, it's really cool, man. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I've done it a bunch of times.
Oh,
It's
nice.
just
I can show this.
I'm sure there's faster ways to do it.
Yeah. So yeah, those are like antlers in a handle application.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
They come out really cool. I just had 2 orders for.
More.
Yeah, actually, same dudes that got them off me last year. The guy ordered like 8 handled chef's knives that I put like little burl collars on.
You have your own like online store that you just put them all up on, and
Yeah, if I had enough product, I finally opened an Etsy shop to try to have something in there because like most of my work has been customs, which is awesome, but sometimes like that's what ends up hurting my body because like 2 things just went wrong, and when they're customs, you're like, fuck, I have to wrap this up. I have to like hurt. So I'll overwork myself. Whereas if it's something you're just working on, it goes south. You're like, yeah, man. When I started buffing, it forced me to be like, you got to get. I have a pretty, I think, because I'm a knife maker, I have like a pretty serious attention to detail. But then, like once I started using that buffer,
I'm dying to get one that big because all my stuff's like on a Dremel right now.
Oh, really? Oh, dude, yeah.
You can get a decent deal on like the small.
I know Harbor Freight has them for cheap.
Yeah, that's what this one is on, man.
I just need a sturdy table. I have like this rickety one, and when you're cutting stuff, it goes flying.
Oh shit! Yeah, totally. Add a cross brace on that bad boy.
Like junky old workshop desks.
They're like actually seen this dude on Craigslist. He ended up being like super cool too. He was like, "You want to see like the deer cabin I built in the back?" And I was like, "You have a hunting cabin in your backyard?"
That's cool.
Like,
that's how you got that piece.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I got that. Yeah. I feel like again, if I wasn't like a knife maker, metal guy, I'd be like, "You want me to go see your deer cabin?"
Come into the house.
But instead, I was like, "Cool, man. Yeah, workshop. You're not going to kill me, right?"
Are these aluminum or something else?
I think that those are steel. That he was like, this is one of the things you can do with that milling machine. It's like, forget what project he was doing.
So it's like a CNC too that you can do almost, but by hand.
To that. This again is way over.
This is by hand though, right? You have to like pull it.
Yeah, totally.
Right there.
I have a knife with me that's all CNC.
Oh, sweet. There's a company that my friend works for that actually just 3D printed a bunch of stainless steel blades, and I'm supposed to grind. I keep forgetting to grind. Those, I'm excited to see how they come out. I don't know of anyone else who's doing that. It's still
they have like some special machine to
yeah, they have like a really fancy, some of it's really cool, and like my buddy who works for them, he's like the closest thing I've had to a mentor in blacksmithing. He's an older blacksmith and metalsmith, and he just knows so much shit about finishes, so they hired him to do all these really bonkers patinas and finishes on their stuff.
Yeah, I learned about all that with the vape, the custom vapes, because I saw everybody was putting like patina finishes on them.
Man, with vape stuff too, like with any other like EDC carry type thing, it's getting really big in the customizing. And
yeah.
Because my friend's really into that, and like.
That's that like gold one I showed you. It's I mean copper, but
this is nice.
That was made by. I forget his first name. It's a Robertson. It's on the knife. Sure. But he used to go by Calavera Cutlery.
Oh, wait, I know that name for some reason.
He doesn't make knives anymore because I looked him up, and now he's only making like machined like parts or tools for something.
Oh, weird.
But like I looked this up on Arizona Customs, and they had sold out ones for $650. I was like, oh, okay,
nice.
Don't mind.
That's
this was
a pretty nice knife.
My friend used to write for a knife magazine to do reviews, and this was before I even worked in the knife world. But he gave this to me as a gift when I got robbed.
Oh, man.
And I was like, here, protect yourself. And so I'll never get rid of it, even though it's valuable, because it's just
it's a really nice knife, too. Yeah, 3/16 looks like.
It feels sturdy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I like it. I don't want anything light if I'm going to have to stab someone to that's trying to attack me.
Yeah, I don't want things snapping off.
Or closing on your hand, which I've seen happen, like closing on your hand by accident.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you're going to do that, you know,
you want to
don't want this to break.
Dude. That's the stuff that always made me like really nervous. Is any weapon type stuff that people ask me to make, or I think that I have to call it.
Yeah, we were just talking about
tactical.
This.
Yeah, totally.
Because like if someone ever used it for that, you're like, am I liable?
Yeah, I know. I always wonder that. And also, like, what if it broke or something, and they're like, well, now I'm dead.
Well,
because
whatever they use it for after you, don't them.
No, I think that's true too. I mean, gun manufacturers aren't getting in any trouble. I don't know why.
Yeah, right. And this is PD1 steel. So
I've never even heard of that.
It's
what is
only made. So there's this weird thing in like steel where there are steel companies that make their like boutique steel. So it's like a slightly different molecular.
Is it like a custom process they do?
Yeah, some kind of trademark process or what have you.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like a Carpenter brand steel. So they call it PD1 Micro Melt. And apparently it's like real. I think I sent you a link.
Really fine crystals or something?
No,
oh, you did. I forgot to read it. That's
the
right.
way it's made. But PD1 isn't like a steel in itself. Like it's only. That's the only company that makes the type of steel, so it makes it more valuable. So
you were saying it's similar to like D2 or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've never really worked with D2 or L6 or any of those.
So like to explain that in the shortest way possible, since there's a million different kinds of steel, like hundreds, the best ones most knife makers find to use are anything, they call it the category of tool and die steels. So anything you would normally use to make tools or machinery or something that's not gonna ever break or fall apart. So really tough high carbon steel is the best thing for a knife because it's never gonna fall apart. It's never gonna
it's more durable than stainless.
It's gonna hold the edge. I mean, there's some great stainless out there, but I still think
those are some of the ones you use.
Oh, well, these are billets I made. This is actually awesome. The same guy I was just talking about, my friend Glam. He did blades like in the 70s and 80s, and he bought this. It was on a pallet. They were supposed to be, it's like really super old W2 that was intended to be prison bars. I've only done one knife out of it so far. He gave me like a few feet of it.
You need to make something that looks like a shank, but like
it's like a classy shank. And then these are some of those billets I made in that class. This one's 352 layers in a ladder pattern. That one's 88 and like a twist.
Oh, you can kind of see it.
Oh, maybe on the other side, is there a better etch? I thought there it is.
Oh yeah.
So
that is basically two different types of steel sandwiched together, and then folded repeatedly to get those beautiful patterns. And there's like a million different ways you could do it.
Yeah.
There's different methods.
And you did these by hand?
No, thank God.
Oh, okay, so you use the machine?
I have done them by hand many times. Yeah. And I think, yeah, like I actually thought that I brought it with me to show you guys, and I must have forgot it. Like one of my favorite knives I ever made is just this, it's really small 32 layer Warncliffe in like a twist pattern similar to this, but I did that all by hand. So like really small knives, I think they're awesome. That's why I especially wish I would have brought that. Yeah, they're dainty. I think they're more useful for tools and stuff because they're easier to carry around and use. But that one was like, it was cool. Like I did that all by hand. I got the twist done. I started with like so much steel, but because I did it all by hand and you have to forge it out at really high temps, it was just burning steel out. So I lost like, you know, like half the billet. So when I was done, I had like 2 little pieces, like when I cut it in half, that fit just in my palm. So it was like, couldn't make any mistakes. And I forged 2 knives out of it. When I got done, I was like, oh God.
Never again.
You were like, every hammerhead, you were like, no, like tightening up. But I got them done and they hardened okay. Yeah, that's that burlap stuff I was talking about.
So micarta is a really cool material. There's so many
Hey guys, what's going on?
This is the parent stock. It's some of the darker stuff. I'm saving that for something.
So micarta is neat. It's basically fabric packed in resin.
Yep.
And this creates, it's almost like a less tough carbon fiber.
Oh yeah, I guess it looks really similar. Yeah, I'm not sure how they make carbon fiber. I know that like that stuff is like you basically like it's. I've seen people make it with boat resin because it's the same type of stuff as like a fiberglass resin, so it's disgusting to work with, but it looks really cool.
It's really durable.
It powders a lot too, right?
Yeah, so it just gets like all in your skin, so you get super itchy and like it's so hot in here.
I use a linen one, so since this is burlap, you can see like the texture a lot more. But I use like a linen one, and it's more like muted color. So there's different fabric ones you can get.
And they do paper too. Paper's like super classy looking.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because it polishes like.
You get bright white.
It's nice.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, like that's what people use now because ivory's illegal, so they're often so kind of like like it doesn't suck that ivory's illegal. I get that. But the paper micarta, because it is like the closest thing you can get to ivory, they upcharge it. But it does look like super classy. It's really pretty looking.
And it's durable, like in terms of like moisture. I mean, still don't get it wet, but it's a beefier material.
Yeah, and that's actually like why a lot of people like the linen or canvas stuff. Yeah, because when it does get wet, it gets really grippy. So like the wetter it gets, if you're in the field using it, it just has a slightly better grip.
I have to do some hunting knives apparently now for somebody.
Nice.
So I'm going to use micarta because he's outside and it's going to probably get blood on it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's actually really awesome. I haven't used it as much as I'd like to because I was like freaked out by how gross it is for a while. Yeah. But like whatever, dude. Everything we work with is kind of gross.
I feel like working with steel, you're just permanently gross.
Even like my resin stuff, if I have to grind down with the Dremel, it's a mess, man. It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
I do, and that's the thing too. Then it gets all hot because you can't breathe it in because it's toxic. And
God, I don't even want to think of what's in my fucking nose.
When I like grind and stuff, I have like a full face mask, so it's full face sealed. Yeah. So I don't get shit in my eyes because the micro, metal, or from the belts since it's like ceramic on there.
Yeah, it comes off.
Yeah, it gets all of my eyes, dude.
Yeah, I see like everything is covered in a dust layer.
Oh yeah, everything is like thin layer.
Well, he got a piece of like a micro piece of steel in his eye, and the doctor literally had to like Dremel that out of his eye.
I've only ever had it happen during ornamental stuff, like running angle grinders, and it was before I had the beard, So like something about the shape of my face, even with a face shield on, a couple of times, like I'd get home and it would be weird to blink, and I'd look in the mirror and there'd be this little black spot on my eye, and I was like, and it kept coming out, and then one day I didn't notice it was even in there, and it wasn't coming out, and I was like...
It was like stuck in?
Yeah, it was stuck in my eye, and I'd done this big demo job that day for this guy in Oakland, and I was riding my bike home in like a thunderstorm, and my eye started burning, and then it like never stopped burning.
Oh, that
sucks.
Then
I finally got it looked at, and it was totally stuck in there. Same thing, they got like... It was just this person standing over me, like breathing all heavy.
I've had a piece of wood in mine. Yeah, I flew in the car window and like went in my eye, and I didn't know, so I was like scratching my eye and stuff, and it just got deeper and deeper in. And I went to the hospital. They did the whole big light over my face, like aliens looking at me. And
did they have to do the same thing? Like
I had to wear a patch for like a month. It was bad. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I was young though,
Yeah,
so it
like,
sucked.
it'd be annoying as fuck.
Yeah, it feels like you have a piece of hair stuck in your eye for like a month. So anytime I opened my eye, I had to put this like gook in there so that it would keep it moisturized and all.
Medicated gook.
Yeah.
Didn't you just have to do a bunch of medicated gook on your eye?
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, that's what
I actually got like a really annoying like sty in this eye,
And they give you the gook.
they gave me the gook, and it's still like just barely there. But I think I got it from like the atmospheric stuff getting in like my eyelash pore, and then it was huge though, like a month ago. So.
Yeah, I've talked to multiple people where they're just like, then my eye just swelled up from over, or like something like that, just because of all the dust and what we do. I've luckily never. That's the closest I ever had that one time. They took care of it really quick. I did not have to wear an eye patch.
That's
but
good.
I think wood actually kind of sounds worse.
I think because I rubbed my eyes and made it worse because then it scratched a bunch of places, but they put that black light with like something and it shows all the scratches.
Oh,
so she was able to see like everywhere I scratched, and it was my whole cornea was like ripped up from it. Is this your cutting station?
No, this is Colin's welder.
It's a welder, okay.
Really cool. Yeah, speaking of things that kind of suck, we definitely did a job together once where he had to weld on site. And we couldn't walk in the house with our boots, so we were in our socks. This thing weighs like literally like 300 pounds. So Colin put a strap on it over his shoulders, and I got under it. And we had to deadlift it and carry it up 2 flights of stairs. It was miserable. I remember thinking like I'm gonna die.
For this job.
Yeah, it was like in hindsight, it was funny that we did.
Yeah.
But
You're in heaven with all these big machines around, huh?
it's cool, right? Those are so nice.
Bigger than what I get to use. I don't get to do like the big iron work. I have a bandsaw, but it's the opposite. Well, I have a.
You just use it for wood?
Mine's vertical though. It's like a big version of yours.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got a super.
So this is like going sideways where I'm long. I just have a really big tall one.
Is it for metal as well, or is it
It's
just?
a combination.
Oh really? Shit, that's.
So I can cut metal on. I really don't pass like brass or accents.
That's still awesome that you can cut brass on it. Because like that's the only thing that I've ever really used those for is cutting brass, just so they get a nice clean 90 from when you're fitting stuff up. Like for blades, I just cut it with a cut-off tool. Oh yeah. Oh, and this is the power hammer in person, by the way.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to get a spring that would work to fix it.
Oh, Jared made this.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pretty cool. Like normally, there's a spring that runs through here, and that and I made this bearing, so like when you turn this. Moves the bearing up and down. So
then the hammer goes up and down?
Yeah, and then I added this new spring in front of a better bearing. So it like whap, 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 whap.
Gives it more power?
Yeah, so yeah.
Basically a homemade version of this.
They used to be sitting right next to each other, and every time I looked at them, I was like, God damn it, Jerry.
Please tell me you do like cool videos online with you guys just like smashing stuff.
Yeah. That thing is really cool. Well, what's funny too is like there's like
You can pay the rent with just that.
Yeah, well, I forget all the time. Like I do this every day, so to me, it's like I love blacksmithing. It's my favorite thing in the whole world, but I do it every day. And like once, like when I was trying to take like the business more seriously and like post stuff on Instagram every day, I just took a video of myself forging down some rod.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, oh, it's big hammer hits, and that's what I'm doing today. And it was like the first thing I posted that got a ton of attention.
Yeah.
People were like, that's hot.
And you realize the difference
really cool.
when you start doing that, you get more jobs and more attention and stuff, so it's cool.
Yeah, I still am doing the math on how that stuff works. But
If you need help, hit me up. That's what I do.
I need so much help. Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you want to fire this up and hammer on some stuff? Sweet. We'll work it out.
All right, you guys know HexenMetals in my chat. That's her. And that's her friend. And he does work here. She's going to make something, I guess, so she's going to forge something, and you guys can see how this all works. There's just like random knife pieces on the floor.
This is really good business practices, just leaving like these hard-earned projects everywhere. Like.
Alex said your art was really awesome with Luna that you gave.
Thanks, guys.
Dude, that little dog.
I'll show you like the painting.
Is amazing.
I have a wall where I put like started putting all my art, and then I have in my basement like a box full of art that people have made for me that have to do with either my band or my animals. I want to make a huge wall just full of it.
That scares me every time.
That is a big fire.
Never have hair on my
I
hands.
love that you have to do it with a piece of paper.
Yeah. I used to.
Eating metal.
So metal.
So metal. All All right, you stand on the other side there. I'll take that thing out of there, and then I'll try and throw it in between your boob. Like, we'll just throw it across the room. Like,
that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
It's getting red hot already. Just put my phone in there, get an up close and personal shot. I dropped my phone on the stove the other day when it was like red hot, and I was trying to get it off, and like the back started melting on here.
No.
To educate the viewers real quick.
Oh yeah.
There's kind of like two different ways that most people do knives. Jared is a badass and he blacksmiths everything by hand. I do something equally badass but different. It's really being modest.
No, I don't. I think that's true.
I do
it's
like
all
stock,
sparse, you know?
It's called stock removal. So we basically already get. I don't see anything to show it, but we already get like a flat piece of steel that's easily shaped into the knife that it's going to become, and then ground, yada yada. But Jared makes his own flat piece, so he starts with a hunk of metal.
Yeah, like those type of things.
Yeah, and he works and draws it out himself. So the way I do it for the company I work for, we just sell so many at once. It's faster.
It's a smarter way to work.
Yeah, necessarily, because people constantly ask me, "Are you forging it?" And
Yeah.
there are stuff we do
People
forge,
think
like we forge our own Damascus and stuff like that. But it's more custom based because it's a lot more work. It costs more to do.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it's cheaper. It's still an expensive process. I mean.
Yeah, because like doing everything correctly still takes a long time. But like, what's cool with blacksmithing is like you can fix your mistakes a little easier. If you do have Damascus or something, you can use all of it. Like I've seriously have forged blades out of like 1 inch by 1 inch pieces. Or I made Colin a keychain as a thank you for letting me use his press, and it was literally a 1/4 inch square. Like,
It's just difficult because it can break, right? Is that the hard part, or?
Yeah, well, like yeah, because like I'm known to forge things pretty thin, which like I'm proud of myself for learning how to do that. But it does, yeah, it's hard to do. Every time you fucking touch the steel with a hammer, you're adding, like it has this
Stress points and stuff.
Yeah, because you get this like beautiful, like this, especially depending on who you get it from. I get everything from New Jersey Steel Baron. Their stuff is really great, and it comes like pickled and annealed. It's this perfect crystalline grid, and then you hit it 1,000 times with a hammer, and then that grid's like. So there's like all this different stuff with heat control that you really have to pay attention to, and like, yeah, there are some steels that just do not like getting hit when it's too cold at all, and if you heat them up too hot, then like you're growing the grain inside, which makes the blade weak. So it's just a more evolved. Oh yeah, that's pretty much right. So yeah. So,
how do you tell when it's ready? Just when it's red hot?
Yeah, by colors. Like I like to for mild steel, and even for blades, I like to like where it's just touching blades, like just touching yellow. Like anything past that, I'm not super into, but. Mild, I like it to just get nice and yellow and beat the fuck out of it. Yeah, so I'll point this, and I'll probably do it poorly because people are watching. It's got a nice point. You can start drawing it out.
Stretching it out.
Yeah.
Just squishing it down.
Like a pizza dough.
Like a pizza dough. Yes. Sweet.
Man, these are big. Did you make these ones?
I did not know. I've never made tongs yet. I'm embarrassed to say.
I just have little hands, so it's interesting.
Is it okay? Okay. So it's hitting like this. Yeah. That's okay. Toss it back in.
It's also, I have really small hands, so just holding this and not dropping this top metal
is a challenge. If you have big hands, it sucks the first time you do it. Like that's one of the hardest things to get used to. I think is like, I think the two hardest things are like paying attention to the direction the camera is hitting the face of the anvil. Yeah, I'll bend those in some for you actually. actually squish these
I
down.
was gonna say if I can, I guess I'll hold it up higher.
Yeah, that might be better. I could also bend them in some for you. You want me to do that real quick?
I'll be a wuss.
Not be a wuss. Then yeah, just keep drawing it out. Pretty straight up and down. Like, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Sometimes I'll use the beat because you get like little squishies, so it moves a little faster. But there's less bounce. It's just my arms kind of stuff. I want bounce, you know. And then like Brian Brazil has this thing where he'll do like on the edge and like use the edge to kind of cut into it and then go back and smooth it out. I've never been able to perfect that enough to show it off well. So I'm just hitting it hard. Yeah. And then hit it right on that point. Hit it again. Cool. Perfect.
Maybe it would help if you're like rotating.
You want to do it like that? Hell yeah, man. Let's do it like that. Holding these things
like
correctly takes so long.
That hurts.
Oh yeah, you
really
want?
bad.
Is it hot?
I forgot.
No, it's not hot. It just hurts my hand.
Because I used to.
Like I'm pushing really hard.
Well, like, so when I started switching to my arm before it's lefty, like that's why I had to. I was doing kind of what you're doing. It was too big. And well, even like wearing gloves helps keep the shock down. Like that's what really hurts. Is your fucking hit.
That's what it is. Yeah. Maybe I should have a gun. Just for that.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, because it hurts right here. Okay, fine.
Nice. Hookish.
Maybe it's gonna hurt so bad more.
Oh, dude. It'll beat you up.
Basically like a intro to like smithing a knife.
Oh, okay.
Like he does.
Yeah, just a nice.
So that's what I'm gonna go do.
Yeah, it should be cool. That knife that was on the ground is like kind of what we'll be doing. Yeah, that's basically like
you know this shit you want on the ground. So this is what you're gonna make.
I did that in a demo. I always think that like people watching me forge knives will be boring, and like yeah, it actually was cool. Like these kids were like. Super
yeah.
It's lost art, and when people get to see it, I mean, when I was a kid and like watched blacksmiths, you know, do that at like fairs and stuff, I was just mesmerized.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Especially the lore of making swords and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, as a kid though, you're like, holy shit.
As an adult, I nerd out about that.
Well, yeah.
I listen to them all night long. I know what's going on.
Well, and I have friends that they don't make knives; they only make swords, and they make like reproductions of like French Renaissance, like really specific stuff that they get buyers for.
That's awesome. Nice. Sweet.
I mean, that's kind of the, like that deep dark red.
Yep. Yeah, totally. Like if you're closer to the end, this is a good heat to be finishing your stuff up with, like a real dull red. As then once it turns black, just stop, you know. So that's right where I'm at on this one. So we're just going to do the same thing. Just,
what's the big glow stick?
it's a glow stick. Bring it to a rave, you will get in trouble. Yeah, flat swoop.
These are technical terms.
Flat swoop is what you technically.
Flat swoop. This is science.
Yeah, they want to know again what you're making.
What?
What you're making.
Well,
Hooks, right?
kind of, yeah, hook.
Yeah.
Primitive hook.
Primitive hooks.
Yeah. Slash making it up as we go.
So you can take like Chainsaw Massacre and hook people on them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, we should have made one of those hooks.
Well, you could do a couple things. We could attach it to the walls, like a hook for like hanging your keys on. He makes really cool ones that have like double swoops on both sides for his keys, which he's wearing.
Oh yeah.
They're really cool.
Thank you. I'll give you one of those. I usually make those in bulk. I try to make a lot of those. Sweet, so that's a little
I'll show you guys next time we pull that back out.
So this end?
Yes, yeah. And we're going to be headed to we're trying to spread the metal up. Yep, you got it. Cool, perfect. Don't put the hammer around and give me a few hits flat. Perfect, great. Yeah, that'll do. And then hit right there. Perfect. Cool. Now, the second punch it. Start with this little dude.
Yay!
Yeah.
We're gonna punch a hole in it.
Punch a hole in it.
This is for also for vampires.
Yeah, you find a vampire, you
Yeah.
stab him up. You stab him up with that.
Buffy never had this shit.
That guy, Jerry, that was on my last stream on the makeup thing, he worked on Buffy.
Really? Oh,
Yeah. He did like the...
Oh, that's
the makeup and
awesome.
stuff.
That's really awesome.
Can I show you that?
No.
It was with...
We went
Oh.
it was George A. Romero's school and...
Yeah, that's right. I saw that you had done a video from there, but I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Yeah.
There. Okay. Great.
poking a hole.
Poking that hole in there. All right. Sweet. Next time we're gonna hold over the fracture friction and self-taught over.
I call it anvil hole.
The anvil hole. We're gonna hold it over that. The smaller anvil hole. Sweet.
Is that just water in there to cool it?
Yeah, just so that I don't mess up that little scroll while I'm trying to bend this hook, which I knew there was going to come something that I did really dumb on, and this is the thing.
Tiny and delicate.
Yeah.
You don't want to get it.
It's a sensitive boy. Yeah. But just a little demo. Sweet. Alright, you ready to punch this?
Have you ever checked the temperature on that?
Yeah, it's usually around like 1900, 2000 degrees.
Damn.
The forge is at.
And those usually get up to 2200.
Yeah, I think that's their, yeah.
Oh, this big thing right here?
That's the heat treat film. I think I've sent you videos before, like of me taking stuff out of ours.
Maybe.
It's like red hot.
Sweet, so give me one hit like right there. Okay. Let's try that. Actually, yeah, let's do what you were just doing. Yep. So, tries to stay around this point a little bit nicer. Okay. Let's get more around. So now give me one. Okay. Yeah. So, sweet. It should be done. Oh, then we'll blacken it. You guys want to blacken it? I like blackening stuff. Duh. Of course, mine's been black.
And then we're gonna put them in dress back.
Okay.
Do suspension.
Okay, from where? Up here?
Yeah.
Oh man, my old shop mate used to do these cast aluminum and iron bones. I showed you his stuff.
Yeah.
The dudes, the only flash people here in Pittsburgh used to use those and drill them out, and then use those to hold the suspension hooks. It's pretty heavy metal. Now. Oh, sorry. Actually, spring. That's not what I was going to do. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll live.
So you're getting all the scale off?
Yeah, just
Like
trying to
down
just
there?
smooth it somehow.
Yeah. What do you use for your blackening?
I'll show you. We're going to use, we may just use beeswax right now.
Okay.
So we're just going to let that start to cool down some. Yeah, so now you just take, you can do it if you want. Do you want to do it? Okay, sweet. So you just rub this on the hot steel.
Without holding it though.
Yep, without holding it. In fact, maybe hold it so it doesn't spray all over. There you go.
Just the smoke off of it is like so hot I can't even
Yeah,
hold my hand there.
it's hard to get used to.
It smells.
This is usually the part where I burn my hands more than any other part of my
Oh,
job.
and he's letting me do it.
Yeah,
So sweet.
yeah, good gentleman.
Yeah.
I would do, if it sucks, I'll do it. I really don't
No,
want you
it's
to get
fine.
hurt. Okay.
Oh, that hurt.
My hands are so used to it, it doesn't
It's okay.
really bother me. Perfect.
So obviously this is creating a like natural seal.
Yeah, like steel's actually really porous. So you know when you get it really hot and you hurry up and kind of basically fill those pores up with oil, you're helping keep rust up. You're also it's the same thing as it's carburizing. It's the same thing that you do with like cast iron and stuff. Yeah, then you have like a nice, it's wax. You have this like nice wax coating. And
Cool.
There's wax all up in the pores and stuff, so it should.
It slowly comes off, but like it takes long.
Yeah, like even mine was dead black.
Oh yeah,
you know?
this is the keychain. I told you that.
Oh, that's nice.
I really like. I'm actually proud of that design.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable sometimes patting myself on the back, but I think that came
it's
out
great.
nice. Thanks. It is little pretty little squirrels.
And it's got a pretty swoopty-doop.
Got a swoopty-doop.
But yeah, that's you can see like it's slightly aged from just rubbing on his clothes. So there's shinier spots, or like the bracelet you made me.
Yeah, totally. And
But
like all
it
the
just
oils
makes
in your
it look
skin and
cooler
stuff. Yeah, it
time.
just gives it some character.
Yeah. Oh, and your little leaf.
Oh yeah, my friend Anna made that for me.
Little leafy.
She is very fucking good at blacksmithing. She should be
her
there for that
shit's
class.
awesome.
Yeah, she's so fucking talented.
I'm excited.
She made these.
Oh yeah,
She
you
came to
told me
visit.
she
Yeah,
did.
here they are in person.
Yeah, that's awesome. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, sure.
So his friend made these for him.
That's cool.
Yeah, she did that in like an hour, dude. Just with like a piece of quarter inch stock.
a
She was just
beast.
like, bam, 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 bam. Yeah, she's really good. I couldn't believe it. And I never had hair. She was actually, it was cool. She was like looking at the hairpins. She was like, what's this little notch? And I was like, it's from She's like, are you using real pliers to make these? And I was like, yeah. She just like shook her head at me. And I was like, I'm sorry. I taught myself how to do this. I'm not good at some stuff. Sweet, dude.
So now that we've bezizzed
Look at
it.
this. We bezizzed it with some bezizzes wax.
Yeah.
Sweet. Now we just wait for it to cool, and you can hang stuff on it.
Yay!
Yay! Oh yeah, dude, that was super fun. Damn. No.
We'll hang out for a little bit. I appreciate you showing us this because I wanted to show the stream too and do a video. I was talking about possibly doing something cool for this weekend. So
killer.
That's awesome,
That's
man.
awesome.
I appreciate you showing us all that.
I appreciate you guys coming down. I'm alone a lot. So I have visitors.
I enjoy watching stuff like that. I think it's really cool to see how people make all their stuff. You should definitely put more videos online of you doing the work. Even if you just set up a camera and like
she's
put little
been saying
10-second clips.
Yeah, a lot of people actually said the same thing, and I would. I'm
You know when you're like in the middle of working,
Yeah.
it's hard to like remember, like you have to plan it out.
Yeah, totally. But there's a lot of people who say it like the way they explain it is basically.
No, he doesn't,
like,
ganja.
Film what they're doing, you know?
Yeah.
And then they like put it up online, so they're like, I'm just doing my normal work. I just post it. Yeah, it's not the worst thing. Oh, awesome! Oh man,
yeah,
that's great.
So he mailed this to me. So he was only guessing that it would fit me, but.
Yeah, I remember I had to have my roommate help me. It's like my wrists. I don't have like huge wrists, but yeah, tiny hands.
That's cool.
But still glamorous.
Still glamorous tiny hands. When we were forging and you held out your fingers, I was like, oh, she's got nice nails. Nice. My nails are like super gross. At least you're looking pretty cute.
Oh no!
At least you still have yours, right?
Yeah, I still have all my
nail
fingers.
polish hides all the shits under there right now. That's honestly why I do. Because it just doesn't come out.
Yeah, dude, I know. I was just telling somebody, like, my hands never, like, until, you know, I've been doing dishwashing shifts sometimes at the farm dinners, and that's the only time I've seen my hands clean in 3 years, because they just keep soaking in the water.
Well, yeah,
I have a scrub brush.
Yeah,
just put some nail polish on.
Yeah, right, yeah, see?
Do you ever oil cleanse, or you only do water?
I do oil. Like that's
I have
parts and yeah, totally. Yeah. But no, for blacksmithing. Oh man, that would be so. I do not have the emotional stability to do all water cleanses.
Do you see that picture of me fishing my arm in there?
Yes.
It's actually a beer keg from a brewery next to my shop that they just sold us.
Oh, nice.
So you filled it?
I cut the top off and I filled it with oil. We use like motor oil to dip the blades because it slows the cooling time down. The oil like absorbs all that heat. So if you do it with water, like you have way more tendency for your blade to warp and break and all that.
Yeah, it's really volatile. It's too like that parts is rated for 1095 W2 all that stuff. It's the speed of water.
I think I use the same.
But it's not. It doesn't like it doesn't evaporate. So when you're quenching, you're not getting all these pockets where the blades kind of like. It's a really violent process. Right?
I dropped the knife that I was cooling off in it.
Oh, really?
And it's a keg, so it's this deep.
Oh,
and like,
dude.
This is how long my arm is. So I literally was this deep.
I told her she's got to get the magnet.
Oh, yeah.
Those magnet things that they use at the auto shops.
Oh, holy shit! Yeah, I always forget to do that too, because even like I also have stuff.
Stuff will fall behind too, and like you can just use that.
Yeah.
Go down.
Dude, I used to have one of those, and that's what I used when I was just a baby knife maker and it like just started out. That's how I would test if things were hot enough, because I had like a little cold forge.
Oh yeah, it changes the magnetized ability, right? Of steel.
And that makes you feel like an alchemist, because you're like, it's not magnetic anymore. I'm changing
Yeah.
steel. That's so cool. Yeah, it's a cool process, and those magnets are super useful.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get going. It's hot as here. I'm like sweating my ass off, but I'm gonna get going. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. I just wanted to show all the cool stuff that they were doing in here, and she's gonna do like some class with him to learn the blacksmithing stuff. So I figured I'd come by and show you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. I might stream later on or something. I don't know, but I'll see you guys later. Bye. Have a good rest of your day.